Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks. I hope you're all doing okay today. So today's video is quite an exciting one, I must admit. Today we've got rerolls in the T110E5 playing on Sand River. So as you can see, he is top tier and he's up against some tier 9s and some tier 8s, so pretty good matchmaking for this tank. But as you'll see coming up in this gameplay, you'll see just how genuinely crazy rerolls is. So as you see, we're coming up to the north here, playing the north side, and already we've hit some action here. This is an encounter game, so what you'll find with encounter is a lot of the enemy force will come up here with the friendly force. So you will find that the north side is generally fought quite a bit when playing encounter on this map. But as you can see with the map, a lot of the enemy forces and a lot of the friendly forces have come north, so it's going to be a good fight up here. So we get a good shot into that tier 8 British heavy there, lovely shot. And as you can see, rerolls is being pretty cautious with that BZ at the moment, since the BZ can get the good gun depression to actually poke over that ridge and hit him there, so he's being relatively cautious. Now rerolls is aware that there is also a manticore roaming around in the middle there, so he does have to be careful, as a lot of tanks do like to play that middle ridge on encounter. But as you see, rerolls here now has decided I'm going to try and get across, as the Ho-Re has just shot. He slams the Ho-Re there with a heat shell and just narrowly misses another shot from that heavy tank, so a little bit lucky there for rerolls. So now rerolls decides, okay, they're pushing through the upper north section of this map, so I need to put some pressure on here. He knows that the XM and the STRV will hopefully hold that Ho-Re and BZ back. So rerolls decides, let's put some pressure up on these guys, and pushes in to support the Skoda T27 and the Tessak. Now really the Tessak's in a bit of a difficult spot here, as you can't do much against these heavily armoured targets. But as rerolls comes in, he slams the roof of the BZ75, narrowly avoids the pattern of the tank, and then continues to put some pressure on this Pershing, who keeps pushing up on that ridgeline there. So it looks like he's going to try and get a shot in to the pattern. A nice shot into the cupola there. And he's now looking to get another shot in to the pattern tank. Lovely, nice tracking shot there. Hopefully the friendly might be able to finish him, but nobody else has shots at the moment. And there we go. Pattern tank is now finished. Back to the garage. So the BZ75 next. Let's see if we can get this guy out of the game. So we unfortunately take our first shot of the game there from the BZ. But this is no problem, as we're making quick succession of this BZ. So what we'll be able to see, if you don't look at the bottom of the screen, the equipment that rerolls is running. He's running Bond versions of hardening turbo and gun rammer. So with the improved gun rammer, as well as the gun rammer directive, the reload in this is actually honestly savage, to be honest. If you can see just how quickly he's able to pump these 450 damage shots into these tanks up here. So again, we slam the 7032 in the side there, putting him on half health. So looking around the other side of the map, we're looking at the cap at the moment, thinking, okay, our team's probably got this under control. It is looking a little bit risky, and we still haven't seen a T30 or the Ramatar Borsig. Now those are probably either in their base or potentially up by the cap, so we'll have to wait and see. So the BZ's now playing the top of the mountain here, trying to get some shots in, so we do have to be careful. He finishes off the Tessak there, and we get a nice shot into his upper plate. As we can see, rerolls is now, shit, I need to get out of here. They're now running for rerolls. So you can see rerolls is trying to get away as quickly as possible. Mounts the side of the wall there as he's trying to get away. And all of a sudden, we barely have any HP left. We're only on 656 HP. But let's just look at reroll statistics here as he tries to get another roof shot into that BZ. We're on 6,200 damage at the moment. We've blocked 1,200, which is average, and we finish off the BZ75 with a nice roof shot there. So as you can see, rerolls is really precise with his shots here. And along with combining the accuracy of the T110E5 in this game, He really is getting some fantastic shots in here. Unfortunately, he doesn't miss the T95 though, unfortunately. Basically, he's going to try and get another shot in. That one does connect this time, thankfully. Free Rolls is now asking for help. He's all alone here. He has enemies behind him. We've got the Ho-Ri and the Charlemagne. We've got the BZ and the T95 and the 7032 in front of him. So he's in a bit of a sticky situation here. With only 656 HP available to him, he finishes off the BZ. T95 next. T95 knows I can get a shot in, but bounces. He then gets the T95 into the lower plate. Lovely shot by Rerolls there. And he goes, hopefully, the killing shot. And all of a sudden, the game is looking completely different. Just a second ago, it was looking like Rerolls and his team might be on the losing foot here. But all of a sudden, Rerolls has turned this around. And we're now on 8,800 damage. And we still have 6 enemy tanks remaining. So now Rerolls, let's take a breath for a moment. Rerolls is now looking at, okay, the 703's probably not going to push. The STRV is looking down the 703 2 sights at the moment, so he can deal with this tier 8 heavy. Now you can tell by Rerolls' movement, he's wary of the Rheinmetall Borsig at the moment. He doesn't know where the Borsig is, and he also doesn't know where these 2 heavies have gone. Now we know the Manticore, T30 and the Pantera are probably still down in the south. The T30 and the Pantera and the Manticore, they certainly could rotate back, but they're going to probably try and keep pressure on that cap at the moment. There's no point losing the ground there. So we go back and we take a look at the 703. We're lucky to bounce a shot from the 703 there. So Rerolls has certainly been slightly lucky this game. There's the British heavy as well. So Rerolls by himself now is trying to figure out what on earth can I do at this moment in time. We snapshot the tier 8 heavy and finish him off. We're now on 7 kills and 9,000 damage secured. And the 703 is trying to get a quick shot into Rerolls' cupola there, as you can see. Rerolls looking for a shot. They both bounce each other. So we're now in a pretty heated 1v1 here. Both of them are 2 shots in theory. Nice, brilliant heat round into the top of the 703's turret there. And then we finish him off in the lower plate, making it 8 kills. It's now 11-12 and we're on 9,500 damage. Still some pretty high DPM tanks in the game at the moment. On our team, we've got Rerolls and E5. We've got a Progetto 46 and a Scorpion G. The Scorpion G is on the A line. I'm not entirely sure what he's planning on doing there, so we'll check back on the Scorpion later. And we've also got the Progetto at F1, trying to provide some sort of coverage over the cap area. So Rerolls is now figuring out what needs to be done. Now, it's worth bearing in mind, at the moment, we're on 9,500 damage, which means we've probably exhausted a lot of our ammunition. We've only got 4 heat rounds left. We've used all of our AP, and we have 3 HE shells left. So we have 7 shells. 7 shells for potentially 4 tanks. So we can see the Progetto is taking shots. So we're not entirely sure whether the Progetto is going to be around for much longer. Scorpion G's decided to go up to the middle, and he finds the Rheinmetall Borsig and fortunately gets fragged by the Borsig. Rerolls takes a risky shot at the Borsig and unfortunately does miss and uses one of his HE rounds. And now Rerolls is going to start applying pressure to this Borsig. Obviously Rerolls knows that his HE rounds should be able to pen the Borsig with no issue. We fire one of those HE rounds at the Manticore, but we unfortunately do take a shot for the Manticore. Luckily, the Borsig bounces us and allows us to put another shot into the Borsig, making him now, fingers crossed, a 1 shot if we high roll. Now the pressure is really on. Rerolls is probably feeling very uncertain at this point in the game. He's got a Borsig behind him and on his side trying to get shots in. And he frags the Borsig, claiming his 9th kill of the game. Super lucky at this point. And then the Manticore comes over and bang, we finish off the Manticore as well, securing ourselves on almost 11,000 damage. Crazy gameplay from the Manticore there, even grabbing airtime as he comes over the ridge to try and surprise rerolls. But fortunately, rerolls, being as switched on as he is, claims the Manticore to secure 10 kills in the game. So Cap's under pressure. We've got 2 minutes and 37, 36, 35 seconds left. What is Rerolls going to do in this position? We only have a Progetto left, and we have 2 shells. 2 shells remaining. Both of our teammates, both Rerolls and the Progetto, are also one-shots. Rerolls in chat is now trying to communicate with the Progetto, asking whether he knows if the Pantera is on low HP, whether he's a one-shot or not. But at the moment, the Progetto isn't communicating with Rerolls. So Rerolls is blind at the moment. We know that one of them is in the cap. Probably the T30. There's the T30, so we know he's in the cap. There's the Pantera. So Rerolls being very cautious about where and who he shoots now. So he goes and tries to get a shot into the Pantera. It's a blind shot, so we don't exactly know if we hit. The T30 gets shot from the Progetto 46. A wonderful shot there from the prog. And now the T30 is definitely on a one shot, even if we hopefully shoot HE. So Rerolls tries to go for the HE shot. Unfortunately, we only roll 56 damage on the side of his turret. He was trying to go for the Cupola there by the looks of it, leaving him on 27 HP. Unbelievable. So now we've got no shells left. Rerolls is defenseless against the enemies at this point, in theory. So the T30 is on 27 HP. Now we're hoping that the Progetto can come in, if he's still got ammo left, and finish off the T30. But we still don't know what that Pantera's plan is. We do have to be careful about the Pantera right now. There we go. Brilliant. The Progetto 46 finishes off the T30. So now it's a 2 versus 1. Oh, and we bounce the Pantera. Super lucky bounce there for Rerolls. Now Rerolls starts to close in the gap. Now we're probably thinking, what can Rerolls do here in this situation? You have no ammo left, but you're a heavy tank with a brilliant turbo and hardening behind you. What could you potentially do in this scenario? So the Pantera, the Progetto 46 starts to go up the free line to see if we can get some different angles. So there's the Pantera. A little bit risky here, Rerolls, coming over that ridge. The Pantera could have shot you there, but luckily he doesn't. And the Progetto's keeping an eye on this Pantera as we go round. So Rerolls starts to close in the gap. Potentially looking to be a distraction at this point with 1 minute 57 to go. We have to figure out what we need to do. If Rerolls dies here, it could potentially be endgame, as the Pantera has had a good game as well. So there he is. There's the Pantera. We bounce a shot from the Pantera. He tries to go for the turret. Another shot misses from the Pantera. And then one hits our track, meaning the Pantera is now empty and has no shells left. And what's Rerolls going to do? Rams in for 48. And then the Pantera drives into him after Progetto shot him. And that is the end of the game. 11 kills, 11,000 damage, 4,500 blocked to 994 assist. Absolutely insane game. To run out of ammo and then to ram the final tank to death. Absolutely brilliant tank and game from Rerolls there. Absolutely well done, Rerolls. Absolutely well done.